My point states that nuclear energy has zero emissions, making it clean energy. She also says that it doesn't have the harmful byproducts of fossil fuels, though this isn't entirely true. And while nuclear energy operates with little pollution to the environment, it certainly isn't without its environmental impact. Possibly the biggest concern among nuclear energy advocates is the environmental impact of uranium as a fuel source. A typical nuclear power plant generates about 20 metric tons of used nuclear fuel per year. The problem is that this spent fuel is highly radioactive and potentially dangerous. It's not a fuel source you can take to a landfill and leave without worry. It has to be carefully handled and stored, which costs a lot of money, and it requires a hefty amount of specifically designed storage space. Spent nuclear fuel takes hundreds of years to decompose before it reaches adequate levels of safety. For this reason alone, it becomes an issue that other energy sources simply don't have to deal with. The radioactive waste can possess a threat to the environment and is dangerous for humans. We all remember the Chernobyl accident, where the harmful effects of nuclear radiation on humans can even be witnessed today. The estimates conclude that somewhere between 15,000 and 30,000 people lost their lives in this Chernobyl aftermath, and more than 2.5 million Ukrainians are still struggling with health problems related to their nuclear waste. Nuclear energy is not a renewable fuel source. Contrary to the popular belief, uranium is in limited, although currently abundant, supply. While not a fossil fuel, we still run the risk of running out eventually. Typical renewable energy sources such as solar and wind are in infinite supply. Uranium has to be mined, synthesized, then activated to produce energy, and it's very expensive to go through this process.